Let's see.
Oh my God, Ryan, this is not happening. Oh my God.
Dude, listen.
Oh my God, what are we listening for? Oh my fucking God, do you hear that? Ryan, are you serious?
Holy fuck,
Pull it back, and then go forward again.
Oh my
It won't even come out.
You're serious?
No. Pull on it.
Oh my fucking God, Ryan, this is not happening to us right now. Can you call someone, please?
Ghost Road is somewhere where my friends and I used to frequently visit when we wanted something different to do. Reports and stories claim that a farmer had tried his own brand of justice in punishing a local dirt biker. It ended in tragedy. When you visit this road late at night and you drive to the end and see the rock where he apparently crashed, you drive back to the opposite end and you'll see mysterious lights floating. What they've tried to prove is that the lights that appear at the end of the road are actually coming from the highway and reflecting off the swamp. This is probably the closest to a scientific explanation that has been attempted. I moved to Vancouver about a year ago, and while I was studying and researching the city's history, I started finding that there was a lot of places and buildings that had a lot of reports of paranormal phenomenon that had still been unexplained. I found all this information really interesting, and I decided to go out and see for myself. After a few phone calls and visits, I ended up getting in contact with someone who had a wealth of information about the Burnaby Art Gallery. It's well known for being haunted, but my research indicated that a suspicious group had been operating within the building prior to it being an art gallery.
My name's Marisa Ferrari. I'm the gallery secretary at the Burnaby Art Gallery. They called it, it was a cult, apparently, because it was a religious group that ran a children's school. The archbishop that ran the school was actually not an archbishop, and they found out he was wanted in the States for bigamy.
After 10 years of employment, Marisa recollects one of her first personal experiences.
Well, first of all, the phone at the reception office back then had 12 lines, and when one of the lines would ring, it would light up. So out of the 12 lines, only 6 were connected. The other 6 were not connected. They didn't work at all. The phone was ringing, and one of the lines that rang was lighting up, and it was one of the lines that was supposedly not connected. I would answer it, no one's there, I'd hang up, and it must have happened about 6 times. The next day, I called, it was BC Tel at the time, not TELUS, and they had someone come out to check it out, and the fellow said that there's no way those lines can light up because they're not connected.
Marisa isn't the only one who has had paranormal experiences. The caretaker also has a whole library of stories.
In fact, myself, I saw a little girl.
What?
Yeah, running behind. Like when I was doing the bathrooms, mirrors. I was cleaning the mirrors. She ran right behind me.
Holy.
And I'm telling you, all of a sudden this word came out, Samantha, right? And I said, Samantha? And she was gone. Then I'm looking at myself, and I went down, and I'm looking. She's gone.
Wow.
So we knew that there's a little girl here running around.
And which building was that?
That was this building, the main building.
The caretaker's testimony only fueled my curiosity as I moved on to the converted railway station.
Well, everybody's quite firm on the idea that this building is haunted. My name is James. I'm the general manager here at the keg at the station, the New Westminster Keg. I've been with the keg for 8 years. I've been at this location for about 10 months. The building's about 150 years old. The current structure that we see around us now, I think, is just about 100 years old. The building, it was burnt down, I think it was 1902. There was a big fire in New Westminster and took out the majority of this area, which was really the hub of New Westminster. We've heard that there were a few people that were killed in the fire. A woman, a small female child, 8 to 10 years old sort of a thing, and 2 workers that were down in the basement.
After showing me down into the eerie basement, the location of the reported employee's desk, he recollected and shared his own personal story.
So I was at home watching a movie with my wife and my brother-in-law, and I got a phone call from the alarm company that one of the alarms had been tripped. So we come down, and the alarm was going, so I come in through the back door, turn the alarm off, and go into the office just to check for some security things that we need to do. My brother-in-law came along with me for the ride for fun more than anything else. And he was standing at the back service stairwell. And when I came back down the back stairs a couple of minutes later, he was white as a ghost. What's wrong? It's like, he's pointing at the stairs. I heard somebody down there. What did you hear? I heard somebody asking for help. Oh, okay. So we go out the back door and we go into the basement. There was nobody down there. It was locked up tight. The deadbolt was locked. Everything was locked. There's only one way in and one way out.
In my conversation with James, it was mentioned that a society located in Surrey investigated the building for paranormal activity.
My name is Glen Ferguson. I'm the founder and team leader of the Canadian Paranormal Society.
They're a non-profit organization that performs investigations.
Like I say, generally when we go in there, we spend most of our time trying to debunk all their claims.
How many have been debunked here?
The majority. Occasionally there will be one or two places where we say, well, yeah, there is some sort of paranormal activity, but can I say this place is haunted? No. But then again, there has been some places here which I can actually tell you and say, yeah, your place is haunted, like the Crape and Glen Ferguson.
They did 2 Saturday nights with us here, and I was here with them the first one. They gave us 6 or 7 digital audio recordings, what they call their EVP sessions. They were quite interesting.
If you're asking a question, at least wait 10 seconds before you ask the next one. So if you're going to get a response, that gives them the opportunity to say something without you trampling all over. You'll ask them their names, what age they are, whether they're male or female, whether they're impressed that we're in the building or not. It varies. It's just like having a normal conversation with a normal person.
Wanting to hear the EVP sessions, Glenn gave me a tour of the area where they analyze their data.
This is pretty much where we do our evidence analysis before we get back to the client. Pretty much every location we do, we come up with, like I say, 40, 50 different EVPs. The other one we just did recently was the New West Keg. It's been known that there's a child that frequents the upper level of the restaurant. And one of our investigators, a new investigator, an investigator in training right now, Ken, asked the little girl for an age. And this is the response we got back from that.
If there is a little girl here, would you let us know how old you are?
Right there.
I was present for when the recording was taking place, and I know that I didn't hear what else is on those recordings.
The people that were with you, they were all right there.
Absolutely. They did get a picture, and it's pretty shocking as well. Of a face. What they do when they go to take their pictures is they'll take 2 pictures as close together as their camera will allow, so that they've got sort of a proof and then a possible. And one of the pictures it's there, one of the pictures it's not, and the date and time stamp on it is, I think it's within the minute sort of a thing. So, but yeah, the face, it looks like a face is crawling out of the wall.
And everyone felt something really intense in this back corridor. Because we took 2 shots, like we normally do, we always double them up. So we do this, and when I first started off, I was a bit of a skeptic. My mother was a medium, back in England, which is a psychic. So I've been trying to either clarify what she believed in or disprove what she believed in.
With Glenn still considering himself a skeptic, I can only assume that my views will stay unchanged. I know I will always have an interest in all of this. Something so mystical and recognized worldwide will always have a place in our society and folklore. It opens a gateway to another world. And if not, at least our imagination.